It's time for Jasmine Emerald Reacts. Hey Amies, I'm Jasmine Emerald and I'm really excited today because I'm bringing to you guys the first anime that I've ever freaking watched, which is Sailor Moon. This was, I believe, my second obsession in life. But yeah, I was obsessed with Sailor Moon. I was late every single day to school by like 30 minutes because I needed to watch Sailor Moon every freaking morning. Keep in mind, I was recording it on my VCR too. Yeah, I'm really excited to potentially start this series. I would like to do the whole show, but I know I looked into it and some people had issues with, I guess, reacting to it. But the way I react to videos is completely different from the way other people react to shows. It's pure commentary. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 1. So let me just start off this video by saying I absolutely miss the Deke version, the one that I used to watch on UPN 50. I don't know if you guys remember that. But that's the version that I miss the most, and it absolutely sucks that you can't really find that version anywhere. I believe I probably have some VHS tapes somewhere with the recorded old version with the Sailor Moon says, which was one of my favorite things about Sailor Moon when I was a kid. And the songs, I miss the songs so much because they were so elemental and crucial to my childhood. The songs that are on this remastered version, I don't know if these are the original Japanese ones, but they don't hit the same, obviously, because I don't know what they're saying. But yeah, I don't know. I just really miss the original Deke version. The voices, the singing, the Sailor Moon says, it was just so important for me. Of course, every Sailor Moon fan wanted this blanket with the lavender bunnies and the moon. Now, I never really noticed it before, but it said that she was 14 in middle school, which is kind of weird to me because I guess that would mean that Usagi was maybe a year behind. Because I know when I was in middle school, I was 13 in 8th grade, about to be turning 14, going into ninth grade, and practically everybody was 14 in ninth grade, which is the beginning of high school. A little fact about me, this was definitely me. However, I was not late for being in bed. I was late because I was watching Sailor Moon first thing in the morning before school in elementary. Usagi rescuing Luna from these awful little kids. You know what used to get me? Why was it a punishment that I had to stand outside of class for being late? Would you rather me be behind in my work and then create more work for you to do yourself because you'll have to explain it to me as a teacher? It always just seemed dumb to me. This was me too, because I for sure would be snacking on something from my lunch while I'm waiting. At least Usagi honest about not having self-control. Shoot, even adults don't even want to be honest about that. I honestly always wish they came out with a Sailor V prequel, but they never did. Like just a little mini series about what Sailor Venus was doing before she met up with the Senshi, the scouts. What kind of allowance do they have where they can afford jewelry like that? I'm really surprised that I didn't have miniature nightmares about this place. Why was the focal point always human energy? Why couldn't they have gotten like earth or plant energy or energy from the sun? They knew what they was doing having a sale, man, cause people do not want to turn away from a sale at freaking all. I'm not gonna lie, if I hadn't watched this before, I probably would have been looking suspect at Naru, aka Molly, and I would have been looking at her like, dang, this girl might be evil too, because her mom evil. Up there draining all those people energy with the jewels, even though it is a very smart idea. It's all these women fighting over this jewelry for me, because why is this such a big deal to y'all? I had to have been embarrassing. Get upset, get mad, toss your 30% test, and then some cute guy sees it and basically calling you stupid. Like, girl, I would just cry. I would just go home, get some donuts, and cry. You know what also gets me? The publicity that Sailor V had. I would have assumed that she would have had a whole bunch of money or been rich if they were making things in her image like comics and then video games. How your mom just gonna put you out the house for getting a bad grade? Normally people get grounded and they go to their room. They don't put them out the house. It's this woman feeling weak and popping beads for me. The way I would have been crying, terrified, I would have ran out of that whole freaking building like, bro, something going on. It's something in the air. My mom crazy. And all these women just fell out. How Luna gonna say don't be rude when she the one that walked up in my spot, in my crib, on my bed? I didn't invite her in here. So Luna gonna really say with her whole chest, there's an enemy out there. The police can't stop them. But you telling me, a 14-year-old girl in middle school, that I gotta go out there and fight them even though the police can't handle it? This transformation, man, the nostalgia is really hidden. I remember I used to attempt to do this little transformation while laying in my bed, just doing all types of spins and raising my arms and just doing all of it. It never probably looked the way it was supposed to, but I tried it. Not her mom turning into a zombie. My gosh, I would probably never look at my mom the same if that happened to me. Question: why would she not kill her mom initially? Why did she just lock her in the basement? How did she just know what her little catchphrase was on the spot? Like, was Sailor Moon embedded into her DNA? Tuxedo Mask really would just throw a flower and them villains would just stop to listen to him. But if they were some real villains, they would have just went for it, doing whatever they was gonna do in the first place, instead of listening to him talk. Her crying and wailing, knocking them out was always hilarious to me. Honestly, I feel like she could have probably used that power a little bit more in the series, but I don't remember her doing it too many times except for this one. Y'all don't know how bad I wanted a tiara when I saw Sailor Moon do this. I also used to throw my headbands around. If you have been constantly draining humans' energy, why don't you place it as you collect it within the being that wants the energy? Why do you need to have a huge big ball to give to them? Why don't you just take a little bit as you go instead of just losing it all at once? I'm telling y'all, it was just so dumb the way the Negaverse or whoever the villains were would deal with misplaced energy. Like, if you gonna be a villain, be smart. And it's still interesting that Luna didn't actually address who he was. She was just like, yeah, he's right, you did good, Sailor Moon. Like, okay, but who is that guy? Why did he even show up? Do you know him? So all of your friends had the same dream. None of y'all share where y'all was at location-wise. How did y'all even get back home? No one really was asking the right questions for me. Just, oh, this couldn't be real, 'cause monsters aren't real. I would have been questioning everything. If you really enjoyed this, feel free to check out my Patreon, which has exclusive content as well as early releases to reactions for TV shows, movies, and music videos. Subscribe if you like the vibe, and check out my other videos. Stay blessed, stay positive. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.